crowd of boys. Peace. What's good with you boys out there? Come to talk to you boys today about semen retention and the law of conservation. And in this audio, I will be speaking on science-based information that has to deal with semen retention. You have guys out here who say it's all in your mind or placebo, that semen retention gives you certain benefits, gears you up and places you on a certain pedestal, or separates you, is all in your mind, or is not something that is real. But when you bring in not just the physical aspects or the spiritual aspects, and people think you're crazy when you start to talk on a spiritual level or in a higher realm, we bring it back down to a level where you can actually articulate and bring science and have your information backed by scholarship and scientific facts. So sit back and relax. You're going to get some science-backed facts on how to not only study more on your human body and how semen retention works for your human body, but also have it motivate you to further your journey, to know that you have some proof, evidence that this stuff works. Now, before I jump into this topic, I just want to thank all you guys who show your love and support. If this is your first time here, I want to tell you welcome. Make sure you like the content, subscribe to the content. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. All right. If you've been here, I appreciate you. You already know what it is. Make sure you guys all like the content, comment, share your experiences. All right. If you want to reach out to me for one-on-one consultations, you can reach out to me through my email. Just hit me in the comments, man, to get, if you need any help on your journey, understanding different information, and understand that this channel and these topics, all right, I try to step out of the box. I do step out of the box in honing down certain aspects of semen retention to not only motivate guys and talk my talk, but also help you guys understand semen retention. All right. I got a lot of spiritual audios also to help you understand. You dig what I'm saying? Semen retention, but also it's about understanding it, also knowing that you're doing it for a cause and it's actually having an positive effect on you. All right. With all that said, let me give you more science on semen retention and this law of conservation. Listen close. Your law of conservation has to deal with physics. And not too long ago, I dropped an audio on your physical body, physics, metaphysics versus physical, or vice versa. However, I dropped the audio. Guys, go check that out. But once again, physics. All right, giving you guys the definition, and you guys can go search this up yourselves. You can fact check me on all of this. All right. Your physics, once again, is your physical. What it tells you or tells us is motion and behavior through space and time and the related entities of energy and force. If you understand that you, being the entity, taking up space and time, and how you move with your energy and force, you are what they call a physical being. All right. The law of conservation is just as your law of assumption or your law of attraction. OK, you have another law of conservation. This is scientific law regarding conservation, conserving of a physical property. Understand, once again, you are an entity and you are a physical property. Once again, your birth dates, your numbers, your social security, all your physical property. So the law of conservation has to do strictly with you. Listen to this. In physics, a conservation law states that a particular measurable property of an isolated physical system does not change as the system evolves over time. Exact conservation laws include conservation of mass energy, conservation of linear momentum, conservation of angular momentum, and conservation of electric charge. Do your studying, gentlemen. Your law of conservation. There are also many approximate conservation laws which apply to such quantities as mass, Lipton numbers, quantum numbers, baryon numbers, or your ions, your atoms, your neutrons. Those consist of how many numbers take up in your body and how your molecules and all that stuff works. Strangeness. Why is that in there? Hypercharge, etc., etc. Once again, this is backed by source in your Britannica Encyclopedia, dealing with physics and your law of conservation. This is where my source is coming from. I'm not making this up. These quantities are conserved in certain classes of physics processes, but not in all. Let me read that to you again because I kind of fumbled over that. But dig this once again. All these quantities, including some more, etc., are conserved in certain classes of physics processes, but not in all, meaning that there is more. That's hence why the etc., because they cannot grasp every single aspect upon this universe which you can conserve, like your water, your fruits, where you come with when you talk about abundance of how you conserve or hoard certain things. When you hoard on semen retention, you are hoarding semen. You are conserving semen. This ties exactly with your conservation, conserving, and the law of conservation that everything must apply. Your life force energy, your movement, your light, lightning, electricity, on what I just spoke on, and breaking that down in the law of conservation, or actually reading that, but now I'm breaking it down. Your numbers, numerology, your strange happenings. And when people say you're into different aspects of spirituality and you deal with numbers and it may be witchcraft and all this other stuff, we deal with these numbers for a reason. And my content is to open guys' minds up, open your eyes up a little bit more, to realize that these things are placed here for a reason and it isn't anything wicked or an abomination to what you are doing. They tell you that to gear you away from the information, to put fear in you and scare you away from real information. All these makeups are in you, such as your 6 atoms, your 6 protons, your 6 neutrons would make up 666, which is the makeup of man, not a red devil underneath the ground. Your strange happenings, or what they said in their definition, strangeness, a hypercharge, supernatural happenings, geared by a hypercharge. As you conserve on semen retention, you can now and forever be a natural or in natural law of conservation. And as you practice, you look further to unlock more potential on your journey when you practice semen retention, or hence the law of conservation within yourself. Gentlemen, the more you conserve your energy, your life force energy, the benefits we talk about, the uptick in energy, the hypercharge, your makeup, your electrons, protons, neutrons, all combining itself, your DNA reattaching itself from pieces that you were just freely given away. The more you follow this law of conservation, you'll become a physical property that is functioning better than the next. Point blank, period. The thing is that the vessel that you are moving in, some guys, all right? And this applies to all of us too. I shouldn't just, try to separate something. All of us, the vessel that we move in is subject to weakness and having chinks in our armor, which is cool. It's a part of the journey and building ourselves up to be stronger. Okay? So it's not to slight anyone who may be going through relapses. I don't want to separate anyone and make guys feel bad, but this is motivation for real, for real. Get everything together that you need to going through certain instances in your journey. But understand that some of this stuff is backed by science. It's just that you have to do the deep diving and studying. And for me, it motivates me more to stick with the journey, knowing that my stuff is proof and showing proof that it works. Guys, with all that said, I hope that this information reaches you guys and helps you out. I'll catch y'all in the next one. With love and peace.